Surprisingly enough, one of the worst aspects of people who have right-wing forms of politics, believe it or not, is human anatomy. It's the strangest thing. It's the strangest thing in the world. And this is something, that I need to get my head out of my ass with, because I don't, a lot of things that, I just don't, I'm a bit of a shell of who I was. I went into this whole vegan thing, this plant-based thing, from a mindset of a sattvic diet and a sattvic lifestyle, which is a form of lifestyle that can actually help you. It doesn't lower your testosterone, but it does help you retain, because it's not super stimulating to the bowels and stuff. So when you eat plants, you gain a lot of you gain the same proteins that, or amino acids or whatever it is you need, and the same fats and the same sugars that your body actually needs. You gain it inside you collect this through the body in much the same way you would collect nutrients in meat, except you would it's a lot of the plant foods are not as they're not as they move through the body quickly and effectively. So you can eat a lot of it, and you can eliminate a lot of it, and it doesn't irritate the bowels that much. And for a while I was eating that way, but when Biden kind of got into office, by that time I was so depressed, right? Because everybody, the economy and everything was, going to shit. That for a while, and also that was around the time when I was having my crisis. I was eating this, really unhealthy, processed vegan type food that is not really less healthy than so-called omnivorous food, but is actually just about the same amount of healthy, if not actually slightly more healthy. There's this video, actually, strangely enough, Kamala Harris talks about how she wants to take red meat off of a more significant part of the food pyramid, whatever that would be. I think that would be on the bottom or something like that. And she wanted to put it somewhere else or something like that. And all these conservatives start, their eyes turn, like fucking, like their eyes just get huge when she says that. Like she's saying something that is somehow wrong. I mean, we really need to take a step back and think for a moment. Donald Trump told how many people not to take Tylenol when they was pregnant, and they did it. And how many doctors and how many physicians have been saying that the human anatomy does not do good with red meat, and people still keep eating it. People still keep consuming it. I'm in no way a supporter of abortion. I am in no way a support of any abuse, whether it be animal or human. And I think if we were advanced enough, we wouldn't even need to harm vegetables, because by then it would become public knowledge that humans are predominantly frugivorous. And that's a very important thing for us to understand. We're not going to go back to becoming monkeys. See, what a lot of people don't understand is that some of these developments that seemingly, in the minds of some people, gave us intelligence, we had to have the knowledge to make the fire before we made the fire in the first place, right? So we had the knowledge of fire before we cooked with fire. And so if we had the knowledge of fire before we cooked with fire, obviously we had some level of cognitive ability. Regardless of this, there are plenty of people who are vegan or who are vegetarian who are exceptionally intelligent people. And, to say that this has some type of negative effect on intelligence or some type of negative effect on health is ridiculous. But also, this notion that meat is in any way good for our digestive system is not correct. See, what a lot of scientists will say wrongly is that humans are classified as what I would refer to as true omnivores. And a true omnivore, basically what that is it's a being that is designed perfectly to consume both plants and vegetables, which is not the case with the human animal. I mean, our digestive tract, our color vision, even our teeth, which can easily be broken for a reason, is very much a product of a predominantly frugivorous state. All states of development in our body that have seemingly allowed us to eat meat throughout the years are not evolved to a sufficient enough state to fully, uh, eliminate the negative effects of meat and dairy and all kinds of these things that we later, evolved to eat. Actually, it's slowly killing you, believe it or not. This is the reason why, they a better terminology for what a human is would be referred to not as a omnivore, but rather as what they would what the silly scientists would refer to as an opportunist omnivore. And obviously, if something is an opportunist anything, then it's not truly that thing, and that it's only special situations in which it can eat it. And obviously, it's not fully, protected from the negative effects of that thing. So this, conservative meat-eating culture is just as ridiculous as the Tylenol popping liberals.